Oh, no. Exceptional. Okay, super performance
Yes.
or above average.
Yes.
But many people do not believe. What is it? What is a comparison with what?
So basically, what we have in our company is we have a lot of data, we have a lot of tools, we have a lot of materials available that would help you to form an opinion, that would help you to shape, that use data to actually not only just tell a story, but actually show what you're proposing. So these tools would help you to shape an excellent
Okay,
experience.
many companies denied my opinion.
Hmm.
Okay, our company, we stopped overtime anymore, right?
Right.
Okay, 8 hours, we can get good performance
Mm.
for deliver customer service. But my thinking approach, this is right, okay? If you're going to work 8 hours, beforehand you work 12 hours, now reduce 4 hours. So, okay, 8 hours, we can deliver the same quality service for the customer. It's impossible. Even if you concentrated on, you try to do better performance through whatever you kind of tools, but you cannot, deliver the same quality service to the customer. It's impossible. So you mean to degrade the quality to the customer, service level is down, and then you can get the same money from customer. Otherwise, it's impossible. But many people deny that. Okay, you can attain the good service for the customer. I don't know why.
Well, I
It's the
think
same thing. I'm talking to you. Super performance. The company say, okay, we now change the culture, more super performance. Instead of 12 hours down to 8 hours, they concentrate, make concentration. We can deliver the 8 hours services instead of 12 hours, the same quality, but it's impossible.
well,
How do you think?
I think that to some extent you're probably right, but to the other extent, I think that there is a lot of things happening in many organizations that are not necessary to deliver an excellent customer performance. We are doing so many things that are really not necessary, that do not add any direct value to customers. So I believe that there is a tendency of wanting to control every little detail in an organization. So that means that we are putting a lot of effort into small details that might just as well be outsourced.
You were talking about eliminate redundant work or something
Yeah.
like that, right? This is true.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of redundant work. So there is definitely space to reduce work time if we think very carefully. Okay, which part of the things that we are doing does really add value to the customer, and which part is just administration, is trying to raise the bar from 99% to 100%, and which parts of that could we just as well outsource to a third party
I
if
understand what you
necessary.
mean. But my opinion is, even if you try to do that, you try to improve 30% increase in performance, it's impossible. 5 to 10 may be capable.
Right, but
But you said super performance, right?
right.
It means 30% improvement.
Well, actually, I do not mean super perform. I actually mean that next to what you need to do for a customer, which is always just you make a promise, you keep a promise. That goes without saying. You just need to do that. But on top of that, you have a relationship, and you need to build on that relationship. You need to build trust. That means that you need to be a thought leader. You need to be thinking about their business and proactively start to suggest, okay, so we're now doing this project. Did you know that this and this is happening? Would it make sense for us to also look into that direction and see what kind of opportunities this brings to your organization? That kind of relationship, not just focusing on project delivering on time and according to specifications, but to really
hitting good point.
So that is
Okay, what I'm teaching is Confucianism says that you said, okay, you are listening to client opinion, client conditions, client saying whatever they say, but actually you don't listen to them. Okay, you just eliminate selecting their word. But you're born pure heart. Return to born your pure heart. You listen to client opinion, whatever they say. Then drastically you can improve the communication with them. This is most important. But super performance means that is. But half of those you are missing what they said. Okay? So you're going to start your project, then actually you don't listen to them.
Right.
This is a problem. So if you're going to attain the 120%, 30% performance, you need to listen to them carefully and write it down and communicate with them. This is what you said. This is what I agree, right? So usually many people missing that point. Okay? On the way to development project, every time meeting, you need to listen to them, writing the memo, and then confirm them. This is agreement with, among them. But many cases, the missing point. So that's the reason repeating job occur. That's a lower efficiency. So if they are doing that, maybe I think 20% performance improvement may be capable. Okay, but 30-40% is impossible because not only you're working with 100 people, 200 people. Some people is not so well efficient way to work that. So this is I think we should consider. But first of all, what kind of attitude you try to make your customer more efficient way. Listen.
Right. Whereas I feel that there's two things you need to deliver, and you need to also kind of help to really understand what they want and help them also to expose them to what's happening around their world. So what we are seeing. So we have a very big organization. We have different divisions, different skill sets, which usually goes way beyond the walls of the factory of our clients. So that kind of network, that kind of data that we have, global data, that needs to be put into power in order to actually help our customers to think beyond the scope of where they are now today, but help them to actually think further ahead.
Beyond? What do you mean beyond?
Beyond means that it's very normal for people to focus on. Okay, I'm having this project. I need to deliver this, and I need to deliver this on time, according to specifications. So you're very much focused on the work ahead of you. But as a leader of an organization, you actually need to be 2 years ahead of what's happening.
Okay.
So we need to help the top leaders, the CEOs, the CTOs, the CFOs, to actually keep their mind 2 years ahead.
Not too much impressive. Okay, what I'm talking about like this, and always focus on concentration. Concentration means ekatore.
It's tole. You always say tole. It's tole. Ekatore. Yes. The tole. just skip the last tole.
But anyway, you should more focus on kind of flow. Flow is not ekatore. Flow is.
Ekatore says here and now.
No, okay. Flow is food flow. Flow concept. Flow. To be in flow. Flow. Concentration.
I think it's actually from sports, no?
Sport is different. Not flow. Sport is what is that? Sport is not flow. It's like
Zone.
Zone. Sport is zone. So we need to consider for zone or flow. It means concentration. Like Nishida philosopher is nothing but
Absolute nothingness.
Absolute nothingness. This means you forgot your time. Your concentration is heavy concentration. Your performance will drastically improve. Flow. Concept. right? And flow concept, you can study flow concept 4 hours, 6 hours, just like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So kind of concentration you should study for improve your performance.
But I'm talking about strategic leadership.
Yeah, this is one kind of. What's the name of that flow? Flow concept. I forgot the flow. Oh my god, I forget it. Flow. Very famous person said flow. Oh, what the? You should know that flow.
Flow, I don't.
This one, flow. Oh my god, this is I don't know the picture.
That's okay.
Oh, Csikszent Mihalyi. Csikszent Mihalyi.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know?
No?
You don't know?
No?
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know. In psychology,
Yeah, psychology. Sorry, I just put in Japanese, but
it's in the flow state. Okay. In positive psychology, a flow state, also known as known colloquially as being in the zone. So flow and zone is the same. Indeed, you're right. Is the mental state of operation in which a
You find
person performing an activity is fully immersed in a feeling of energized focus,
Yeah,
fully
right,
involvement, enjoyment in the process of activity.
Yeah,
In essence, flow is characterized by complete absorption.
exactly.
Named by Mihaly.
Csikszent Mihalyi. Mihalyi.
Csikszentmihalyi. No. 聞いたことない. Even if I would have heard
Oh,
it,
you should know
I
that.
would not know his name.
You study that for presentation for customer. Okay, this is if you're going to study flow. Like my case is for 8 years, all the way around concentrated, from 7 to 10 p.m. Concentration. You forgot everything else. Just focus on the 10 hours, 20 hours. But now is I'm familiar with how to concentrate my brain, right? So I can work 10 hours with concentration.
Right. But actually, I'm trying to claim the opposite, to be honest with you.
Oh, by the way, okay, what this is Csikszent Mihalyi talking about. First of all, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
Right.
1 hour,
Right.
2 hours.
But it's
5
perfect
hours.
if you have a task
month.
ahead of you, you need to do a task. But if you need to be creative, if you need to actually let go of what's happening right here, right now, and put your focus on what needs to happen in 3 to 5 years from now, and actually looking around
No.
you.
You just watch moon. Okay, watch moon. Moon is beautiful, and then you can forget 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Some cases 1 hour. This is flow.
But I think that this is not very conducive to actually
Like a
vision.
Japanese poem famous Basho. You know Basho, right? Basho, he just make a sentence as haiku. This is concentration. Right? This is concentration. He is a special skill to prepare the word. And this is similar to the flow.
Right.
He forget everything. He just get into nature.
Right, but that is very good if you need to do a task, if you need to do something that is already laid out for you. You can focus on doing that. But if you are actually thinking about, okay, what's happening around us, which kind of things will be important to our organization, which trends are important, which are not important, what kind of
He
developments.
forgot everything. Just if you're going to study supply chain, just devoting only for supply chain. You just
So
study
I
supply
think
chain
that's
for
not really
10 hours,
good.
1 month, 10 years supply chain.
The point is more. No, the point is more that, okay, only supply chain that doesn't cut it. You need to think
Many people, okay,
outside of your
many
box.
people, no, I'm no joke. Many people thinking about they cannot make concentration. If you're going to think in supply
Oh, true.
chain, but he's thinking 5G, he's thinking the other different issue,
Yeah.
and many things thinking around, and he cannot focus on supply chain.
Right.
This is just they said, Csikszentmihalyi said you should focus on flow. So you can improve 50%, enhance your.
Yeah, but you're
productivity.
talking about efficiency. I'm not talking about efficiency. I'm talking about actually.
Like for example, I developed Yamaha motor before and combat system computerization. I just status of flow status for 8 years. Only thinking about for that focus on any other else.
Right.
Focus on that.
Right.
I could do that.
Which is very good, but if you have not looked outside of your flow for 8 years, who knows that what you are working on to create very efficient,
Exactly.
it create a horse carriage, but by the time you get out of your flow, you
Yeah.
realize that the car has come into existence, and
But
you
this
can
is-
very efficiently make a horse carriage.
This is very important.
But the reality is that we don't no longer use a horse carriage. That's
No,
of course
no.
that's exaggerated, but I think that good leaders actually do not focus on a single element. They need to actually.
No, I'm talking about the consulting business. You try to super efficient way. Not management different. Okay. If you're going to specialist or a technologist or a special skill for consulting business, you should focus on this is flow or a zone. It's more efficient. But management different. You might wide perspective.
Yeah.
You don't focus on specific areas. This is, of course, I agree
Right.
with you. But in the case of doing something like reading my list 10 days or focus on reading economists, only focus on economists. That's it. 12 hours every day. Only reading economists for 12 hours every day. How to focus on it. This is flow. Right?
Right.
How to concentrate on reading it. But just you disperse your mind for this way, the other way, the around. So everything else, just focus on it. This is very important. But many people, they do not have kind of custom to do that. They don't know how to concentrate. Right?
Right.
So this is what I'm talking
Including
about.
me, actually.
But negotiation, this is you talking about. I just okay. We're going to listen to the customer's opinion. Then after listen, and we're going to develop their project, doing some work. Okay, how to concentrate on it?
So the point is basically what we are trying to do is we're trying to figure out not only what we can get out of it, but also what the customer really wants. Not only listening at their position, so we want this, this, and that, but actually going beyond that and trying to figure out, okay, so this is what they're saying they want, they need this price, they need this delivery terms, they need this. But what is their business? And so how can we make a proposal that exceeds their expectations, that actually meets their needs much more than what their position is? So it will help you to create better outcomes, and by doing that you create a much deeper relationship with
This is what I do not understand. Exceed their need. What do you mean?
what exceed their needs is basically to create a proposal. People can say, okay, I want this, this, and that. But like, for example, again, we go back at the always example, ERP software. I want this, I want that, I want that. Okay, but these people are not ERP experts. They don't know exactly how the software works. So why don't we, instead of doing this, why don't we actually, when we really understand their business, we can make a proposal that is different from what they want and actually create a superb outcome. Maybe we need to do something with budget. Maybe we need to do this, that. But as a whole, their business case would become much stronger if we really understand what they want. Not just meeting their needs, but exceeding their needs.